Shalom. This is to all Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs, no matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the I.S.U.P.K like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the I.S.U.P.K. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahawashi, a.k.a. Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback to bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Really serious and you're looking for a Christ man, one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the U.P.K, taught me the art of war. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. U.P.K the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under YAHANNA, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Yeah. Finna go and get it in real quick, man. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Listen, can y'all hear me? We're gonna get it in real quick. If y'all on Kick, follow me on Kick, man. We going live on Kick, man. One West username. That's the channel name. On Kick, man. I'm trying to start right now, man. What's going on in the world? What's on the way?
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than the ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. That's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it do for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple of bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right.
Like I said, go follow me on Kick. Oh, West too strong, man. Go follow me on
my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the storm.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. We got I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible that blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the 12 tribes of Israel. Tonight, we got a topic we want to get into real quick, man, about Karmello Anthony. I'm going to do it real quick, man. I ain't going to hit you too long. I forgot I got to get up out of here and get my daughter for some reason. I don't know how I forget about this. Almost like every week I forget I got to go get my daughter. It's all good. Hey, listen, man. Tonight, I want to talk to you about a case that has people all over the country divided and arguing, man. Some people see murder. Some people see self-defense. Some people see race. Some people see justice. Others see injustice. But before we talk about the verdict, I want you to imagine something, right? Imagine you're 17 years old. You're at a track meet. You're not expecting your life to change that day, right? It starts to rain, and your team sits in a dusty dugout while everybody else around you has really nice tents. And they have their school name and school emblem on them, but you're sitting in a dusty, old, dirty, stanky dugout. Right? The rain starts to slow down. Your team goes back out and starts to warm up. However, that rain picks back up and you seek shelter in a nearby tent. You didn't want to go back to that dugout. You wanted to go in one of those nice tents. And when you go to that tent, you see a couple people that you know and other people that you don't know. An argument starts. Tempers rise. A confrontation happens. Within seconds, one young man is dead, and you're facing the possibility of spending much of your life in prison. 2 families devastated, and now an entire nation is arguing about what happened. The question I want us to consider tonight is not simply whether the jury got it right, because we know they didn't. The question is, what lessons should we learn from it? Because long after the headlines disappear, the lessons and the pain remain. What happens when you find yourself surrounded by people who may not see the world the way you see it? What happens when you place your future into the hands of strangers? Tonight, I want us to think about allies. I want us to think about interest, community, and preparation. Not because we can change what happened in this case, but because we can learn from it. Listen, man, if y'all have been living under a rock, you have been missing out or not realizing that Karmello Anthony's got his verdict today. You understand? This verdict came out and it has the whole world shook. Let me slide over here so you can see me. It's got the whole, there we go. Everybody shook up about it, man. Everybody shook up about it. Either you're happy, you're super happy, or you're upset and frustrated about it, right? Especially when you start digging into the details of the case and you start figuring out like, hey, man, why did things go the way that they went? You understand? You start thinking about what other things could transpire to allow something like this to happen. Because I know for sure when I saw if you paid attention to our, what was that we did Sunday? The podcast. When you paid attention to the One West Perspective podcast we did yesterday, you would have seen that jury was handpicked, and it would appear to not be a jury of his peers. You understand? It would appear that this is something that's been cooked and ready for him. You understand? And we got to talk about how we get through this. What do we do about this? Because we're angry, we're frustrated, we upset, we heartbroken because this happened to our young brother. That now he has been convicted and is guilty of murder. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If y'all in the comment section, give it a like, man. Let me get into the comment section. Let's talk about it, man. I want to get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's start at the beginning, right? Frisco, Texas. Frisco, Texas. If you look at the specifics of Frisco, Texas, you'll see in Frisco, Texas, that the city is mostly white. It's a mostly white city. I think it's like 60% white, 40% Asian or something like that. And then you got 10% black. It's a suburb of Dallas. And these two men came to this track meet. You understand? These two men came to this track meet. And it wasn't cool in the track meet. I mean, it was, I guess it would have been an all-right track meet. They was in the rain, right? It started raining. And folks started, went to their destinations, right? Everybody looking for shelter in the rain. If you was wealthy and you had your paper together, y'all had a tent for your whole family to sit under. Your mama, your daddy, all your friends and buddies was under there. I know how these oppressors do. They might have some strong out there with them at the high school game. You know what I'm saying? I know how they do. So they might have had a little bit of that under tent. Unfortunately for you, since you come from a poor, unfortunately for Karmello, since he comes from a poor undertaking, you know what I'm saying? He comes from a poor background that's not as wealthy. I say it like that. Since he's not as wealthy as these others, maybe he doesn't have that tent. Maybe they had to go hide out in their dugout, which they did. You know what I mean? And then he came out of the rain. He went into that tent, and he saw some people that he knew, and he dapped them up. So they say, if you look at the court case, these are all things that are in the court case. Public knowledge, this is not my opinion. He went into the tent, saw some people in there, dapped them up. Everything was cool. You understand? Everything was cool. He saw like two or three people he knew, dapped them up. Cool. No sweat. But then came Hunter Metcalf. And Hunter Metcalf was Austin's little brother. You understand? Hunter came through and was trying to push him out the tent, trying to tell him to leave the tent. And then Austin had to come over there. Big Bad Austin. That's what they need to make a song about. Talking about Big Bad Leroy Brown. Then you make a song about Austin Metcalf. Big Bad Austin Metcalf. That's what we need to do. Make a song about that. See how y'all feel about that. So Austin Metcalf comes over, and he tells him that you got to leave. Karmello says, I'm not leaving. Austin said, you're going to leave. And he proceeds to walk towards Karmello. The transcript, it's like the reporter in the court case says that the person that was witnessing, testifying, said that the Austin went up to him, and he said, as he kept walking towards him, he said, you got to go. Karmello said, don't put your hands on me. Don't touch me. So many words, don't touch me. I'm not going. He said, you can do whatever you want to do. Don't touch me. So Austin didn't believe him. Karmello had his hand in the bag. Austin didn't believe him, and he kept walking. And he pushed him. What you think happened? After that, the rest is history. The rest is history. In seconds, Karmello jugged the man. Karmello jugged the man. In seconds. Listen, man, how many life-changing decisions happen in less than 10 seconds? How many life-changing decisions happen in less than 10 seconds? This is one of them, man. And it's so important. Again, we're looking at this from a non-biased point of view. First of all, I'm going to say it like this. I hate for Austin Metcalf's family to go through what they're going through. Death is a terrible thing to deal with. Terrible thing to deal with. I would hate to lose my child over some nonsense. I would hate to lose my child either through death or through the penal system over some nonsense. However, we got to think about what could be done differently. This is a decision that was made. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we teach our children not to be around these oppressors, and we teach them to only be with your people and choose and prefer your people over others, maybe it would be something different. But this Christian church has done a number on us and taught us that we don't need to love our people. We can just be fine by ourselves. That's what they say. Hey, Betty, y'all clean up your spot. This is what they say, right? They said that you don't need to be only with your people. You can love everybody. The Christian church wants us to love everybody. Unfortunately, that's where you see how that has ended the life of Karmello Anthony through this process, man, of loving just everybody, man. Because one family lost a son, another watches their son face a murder charge, and now he's going down for it. Regardless of who was right, everyone lost in that situation, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible situation. So we got to start thinking, and for our young brothers out there, man, we got to start thinking about the cost of our actions, man, and thinking about what happens if I go to this situation. Why did you not throw that away, sweetheart? We're going to do that in the car. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Don't get comfortable. Get your shoes back on. We got to go. How often do we think about the cost before we act, right? That's what we got to start doing, man. We got to start thinking about that stuff. What is one of my favorite sayings is this: the best way to not be in a situation is to not be in that situation. If Karmello never went over to their tent, he would have never been in this situation, man. He would have never been in this situation. He would have never had to, he would have never had to see his mama crying for a decision. Well, in my opinion, he was right to do. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he was being attacked and he probably feared for his life, and he had a right to respond. He had a right to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is this: we got to be wise in how we move. We got to be wise in how we do things, man. We got to be wise as a serpent, man. That's what we got to be. And the way that you be wise as a serpent is listening to these laws, statutes, and commandments and following and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Because once you start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, now you really know how to move. You know how to deal with these oppressors. Because right now I can tell you, in my wisdom, if I go to some white folks' tent because I'm wise as a serpent, I know how they're going to do. Once I see any type of aggression heading my way, I'm out, man. Not because I'm a coward, not because I'm weak, but because I got to be wise as a serpent, man. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't talking bad about Karmello. I'm just saying it's our job to teach our children how to live and how to move, man. You know what I'm saying? But Texas is a stand your ground state, so he had every right to stay there and do what he did. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We got to think about that, bro. But then you start thinking about these lawyers. You start thinking about these jurors, man. Listen, man. They had an all-white jury. There was no black people on the jury. There's no black people on the jury. How did Austin Metcalf's, how did Karmello's lawyers allow that to happen? Hey, Shalom, sis, y'all was smart about shooting me out of shot. How did the lawyer let that happen, man? How did the lawyer allow the jurors to be all white? Not only that, there was 3 black jurors that was excused from the trial. 3 black jurors was excused from the trial because they educators, and the judge allowed it. And the judge allowed it. Karmello Anthony's lawyer is straight from Dallas. He's right there in that area. He know what's going on over there. Why did he allow something like that to happen? Hey, man, it was a cake bake for that brother. They was already moving on what they wanted from that brother. I saw another article. I saw some comment or post somewhere that said the judge was taking pictures with Austin Metcalf's daddy. The cake was already baked, man. It was over with. It was over with, man. But I got a couple of scriptures I'm going to read to y'all real quick, man. I got a couple of scriptures I'm going to read to y'all, and I'm going to go on and let y'all have it, man. I got to get up out of here. First one we're going to, what I said. Let's go to Revelation chapter 14, and we're going to start at verse 11. Verse 10, so like Revelation chapter 14, we're going to start at verse 10. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 10. Read that bit. Verse 10. Mm-hmm. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 10. Chapter 14, verse 10. What's yours say?
He himself shall also drink from the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his
Indignation. I see what the problem is. This is what the scripture says. It says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. Right? So like go back to we're gonna go to verse 9 real quick. I'm trying to breeze through these real quick because I gotta go. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. What is the beast and his image? Does anybody know what the beast and his image is? If you are in the chat, either on StreamYard and Facebook or YouTube, or if you're on Kick, tell me what is the beast and his image. Tell me what that is real quick. Let me give y'all 10 seconds to type it into the chat. What is the beast and his image? Do you know what the beast and his image is? Nah, you close though. You close to it. No sweat, sis. No sweat, sis. The water. So the beast in this instance, the beast is this oppressor that's over us, right? That's the beast. And his image is the image of Christ. What's the image of Christ that you see? When you think about Christ in your head, what do you think about? But what is describing? What's his picture? What color is he? Most High Christ. That mean I did a good job. Most High Christ. Rockabye Yahweh, YAHANNA, Commander Jenny Hanna in this truth in the I.S.U.P.K. She said the image of Christ in her head is black like us. Most High Christ. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Water for the men above me in this truth that they teach. So you see that image right there? That's the image of Christ. That's what the world says Christ looks like. This long, stringy hair, that person right there is what they say Christ looks like. You understand? That, and we put him on the floor and we say imposter and we say step on because that is not Christ. That's not the image of Christ. That's not what Christ looks like. The Bible tells you that Christ is dark-skinned, just like you described. In Revelation chapter 1, I can read you a description of Christ and what he looks like. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you, and that's not him. However, that is the image that the world portrays to us and gives us that this is Jesus Christ. That's who we celebrate. That's who we're supposed to worship. If you went to Granny's old church, you would see there's a picture of 12 men at the table, and there would be a picture of white men sitting at the table. And that would be Christ and his disciples. And it would be that person right there. That's the image. If you were to go to my grandmama's house down in Florida, she would have a picture of grandmama. It's like she would have a picture of Jesus on the wall. And that picture of Jesus would be him. You know what I'm saying? But that's not him. That's not Christ. That's not the Christ of the Bible. That's the image that this beast has given us. You understand? That image is not who we praise. This image is not who we celebrate. This image is not who we supposed to worship. And the scripture says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. What does it mean to receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand? You have America on your brain. You have America on your mind. You're thinking about Christmas. You're thinking about Halloween. You're thinking about all of these things just to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? 4th of July. You're eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're not loving your brother. That's in your mind. And in your hand is what you do, right? In your mind is what you think, but in your hand is what you do. You're doing things according to America, according to the ways. Verse 10 says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So even though you think you black, even if you think you Israelite, you black, Hispanic, or Native, if you believe in that image, if you celebrate Christmas, if you eat pork, if you celebrate Halloween, you do all these things, you are going to sip of that cup of indignation, and you're going to suffer that fire. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of YAHANNA. That's the faith that we have, man. That the things that, if we stay true, that the powers that we serve, Salakia, the power that we serve is going to give us justice on this planet. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to, what was the other one I had? Proverbs 11 and 21, I believe. Yeah, let's go to Proverbs 11 and 21. Let me try to hit these as quick as possible. Proverbs 11 and 21. Junior, when you think about Christ, what you think about? He's good. But what he look like, though? He's definitely not. Is that Christ is that Christ right there? So what is Christ then? What color is Christ? Say it again. Don't think. What color is Christ? I'm waiting on you. You just said it. You just said it. He's black. That's right. Christ is black. You understand? Christ is black, just like you. And he got braids in his head, just like you. He got a beard on his face, just like me. You understand? So that ain't, Christ ain't white. That's not Christ. You know that. Who's not Jesus? That's right. That's not Jesus. Correct. Good job. All right. Proverbs 11:21. Read it. No? Yeah. You read it. Let's see what you got to say. Mm-hmm.
Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished.
Right. It says, that's right, you got all on. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You understand? Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished. All right. So that was Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Isaiah 14:21, and this is my last one. I got to go. 14:21. Y'all can read around these as y'all get time, man. I just wanted to read these real quick before I go get my baby. Because this one is so important. This one is so important because the Christian church has taught us to love these oppressors and love these people that do us wrong. Like I can't imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, if Karmello was the one that was unalive, but Austin Metcalf was the one that was going to go to prison. How Karmello's Christian family may, and I ain't saying they would, they may have hugged this family and loved this family because this Christianity has done a number on us, man. Christianity has done an absolute number on us, and it's so important that we get this off of us, man. It's so important that we get Christianity off of us because it doesn't teach us what the Bible actually says. This is what the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children. What does it mean, prepare slaughter? What is slaughter? No, slaughter. We're talking about prepare slaughter. If you're online, if you're on Kick, give me a definition of slaughter. What is the definition of slaughter, real quick? Give you a definition of slaughter. All right? Just real quick, and I'm going to share my screen so don't nobody think. So YouTube knows that I'm just reading a definition. Come on, sis. You got it right on the live. That's right. 100% correct. Good job, sis. Prepare slaughter. But this is the definition of slaughter. Slaughter generally means the brutal or... It's like you paid attention? Slaughter generally means the brutal or violent killing of a large number of people or the butchering of livestock for meat. So what is slaughter? unalive, right? But it's the brutal unaliving, right? And this is in your Bible. Does your Bible say slaughter? So Isaiah 14:21 says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. For the iniquity of their fathers. What is iniquity? Do you know what iniquity is? Iniquity is sin or transgression, right? That's a sin, right? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the sin of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. This is what Christ and the Most High is ordaining and prophesying that's going to come. The prophet Isaiah says that they're going to prepare slaughter for the children of the fathers. You understand? Even though the fathers were the ones that committed the sin, the children are the ones that going to pay the price. You understand? That's why it's so important that we stand tall and we know where we at with the Lord. Because if we don't, our children may be the ones that pay the price for it. You understand? That's why we can't celebrate Christmas. That's why we can't celebrate birthdays. That's correct. We can't celebrate Thanksgiving. Or Halloween or none of them. Can't celebrate none of them. Can't eat gummies, none of it. Now you know this. Now if you go home or you go to school and you eat some of that, and you know that you ain't supposed to do that, that's on you. I eat popcorn, don't I? Unless you put some gummies on it. If I eat it, you can eat it. Okay? I was just eating popcorn yesterday. What are you talking about? I'm right. All right. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, listen, man. I'm gonna catch back up tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little bit on my live tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune to I.S.U.P.K Alabama and tune a little bit to U.P.K Not the Shot on Facebook. I'm gonna go a little bit further into this in my Facebook channel. I gotta go pick up my daughter now, man. We ran a little bit behind today, but we'll pick back up next Tuesday. Tomorrow is gonna be the law class. I think Officer Lagan holding class down tomorrow. Be online at 6:30. Pull up for that class. It's going to be a heavy class. It's going to be an extremely heavy class tomorrow. I know they're bringing it out real good. Bring your questions. Bring all your comments. If you got any smoke that you want to bring that too. You know what I'm saying? It's going down tomorrow, 6:30, same time, same channel. Pull up tomorrow. We'll have that truth for you, man. Ready to go, man. And with that, say shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom, Israel.